My work ethic, and this has always been the case, when people go, well, I don't know what to do with my life and I just want to sit on the sofa and these kinds of things. I never understood that because I guess I was lucky because I had a dream. I had this vision of where I wanted to be in 20 years when I was 9 years old. So I knew I wanted to be the best safety in the world in the next 20 years. So I was lucky in a sense because once you have a dream or a vision in place, well, now it's easy. Now it's just you have to show up and you have to run the miles. Because I think what most people have trouble with is they don't know what they want. So therefore, they don't know how to show up. They don't know what to show up to. They don't know what miles to run. I was very specific. I knew I wanted to be the best safety. I knew to be the best safety, you had to be able to run backwards as fast as the fastest man in the world could run forwards. So I said, hey, what other 9-year-old is thinking about running backwards? Zero. Nobody's thinking about that. I'll do it. In 20 years, I'll be the fastest at this very specific art of running backwards. And after 20 years, you get pretty darn good at that if you practice it long enough. Same thing in the writing industry. I never fancied myself as a writer. I never had any training at writing. But what I did know how to do was express myself physically. I knew how to express myself on a field so that everybody would watch and it would be impactful. And then I had to transfer that to a page. So I took all that anger and all that rage and all that TNT that I had inside of me anyway, that most of us have inside of us, and I was able to transfer it to a blank page. And once I was able to do that, I felt a gigantic sense of freedom, of expression. And then I started to say those words that I put on the page and physically embody those words that I put on a page. Well, right when that happened, I just felt this huge sense of relief come over my body because I always thought, if I don't express myself, if I don't express the TNT that I have inside this body, then I'm going to go to jail. And that was my biggest fear, because if you hit people in pro football, that's a good thing. You get acknowledged for that. But if I did that same violence out here in the civilian world, I would be in prison. That's just how it goes. So I had to find a vehicle or an avenue to put all that TNT into. And that just happened to be writing and performing on stage.